So what I want to do here is talk about three fighters that have quit and three fighters that had, continued with the fight under hard circumstances. All right. Now, first one I want to talk about is Ryan Garcia against Tank Davis, what we saw last weekend. Okay, as we all know, there's obviously the rivalry is obviously between the promoters. Well, not promoter because I know Mayweather's not really his promoter, but associates. That's where the real rivalry was at. It was a De La Hoya versus Mayweather thing. Now, when we look at it overall, during the fight, you could clearly see that the nervous energy that Ryan Garcia from the ring walk, you could clearly see he had nervous energy, which is understandable. It's his first big fight. Yeah. So he's new under the lights. He's still a young kid, still got a lot to learn, all that kind of stuff there. All right. Now, you got someone like a Tank Davis, all right, who's been there before. Obviously, it's his big fight, but he's been there. He's had the sold out crowds. He's had the celebrities up in his fight and all this kind of stuff there. So there's a lot. There's a lot of familiarities for Tank than there is for Garcia. Anyway, boom. The first round goes, and Garcia, done enough to win. He goes out all out in the second round, and then he gets clipped. Yeah, he gets clipped. He gets knocked down. All right, flash knocked down. He left himself exposed. All that kind of stuff there. Boom, boom, boom. We don't need to go through that anyway. But like I said, Garcia was getting picked apart for the next 3, 4, 5 rounds. All right, he was getting picked apart. Pull counters, jabs. Like Tank was doing everything that he wanted to do in that fight. Yeah, within those rounds, you could clearly see the levels between the two. Yeah, the fact that you could call it a 50-50 fight was ridiculous. Yeah, I've always myself personally I said that if Garcia was going to win, he has to win early. But yeah, you could clearly see he was picked apart. He was out of his depth. We all it. Don't take a rocket science to clearly see that. Anyway, Garcia goes. He wins the 6 rounds. Then obviously the body shot happened. All right, cool. Now, the reason why I say that Garcia quit in that fight is the fact that when he got hit with that body shot, yeah, of course it hurt him. And I'm saying that, of course, 110% he was in pain. But it was in pain that he could have got up from. All right? Now, what his experience is, yeah, he had the 10 count and he was up by 10.5 or whatever seconds, whatever. Yeah, he was up once the ref waved it off, he was back on his feet. He did not want he did not want what was coming. All right? And like I said, where Tank Davis said he was telling him to get up. Tank was digging into Ryan Garcia's soul. Ryan Garcia's looking around and he's like, whether this ain't for me or I don't want to get knocked out. It's one or the other. And I said this in my last video. Yeah? When you be hit with a body shot, now, there is a body shots that will literally take you to your knees and you're not getting up. All right? We could talk about, top of my head right now, let's talk about Dave Allen against Lucas Brown. All right? Now, Allen hit Brown with that shot that Brown was to his knees and he was not getting up. He was not getting up. We could talk about Oscar De La Hoya against Bernard Hopkins. He was took to his knees, both knees. He's not getting up. All right. We got over here in the UK, we had Riakporhe against Juma. All right. He was took to his knees. He's not getting up. And you know what all of these people got in common? You know when they've been badly hurt, they're not Yeah, after the 10 count, they're still on the floor. All right. Don't believe me? Go watch the videos. Now I'm going to talk about one that's more related into Garcia. Now, the shot that Garcia landed on Luke Campbell took Luke Campbell to his knees. He was on one knee, yeah. Then he went on to two knee. All right. His head's down. He wants to get up, but he can't. And what does Campbell do when the fight was done? He got up on his feet, and what's he doing? He's walking over to the ropes because he still can't handle that pain. That's when you're really getting hurt with a body shot, that liver shot. It's a real sickening feeling that you're going through. You have another one, Riapo against this Italian guy. I can't remember. I think his name was Fabucci or something like that. Now he got hit with a liver shot, and honestly, like, when he got hit with that liver shot, he was down on his knees, all right? And I thought the fight's done. The fact that he even got back up, but then what happened after that? Well, obviously, once his corner come and jumped in to basically to save him. And what does he do? He drops back down because of the pain that you go through with a liver shot. Now, there's all types of, you can have the sharp shooting pain, especially when it comes unexpected. Yeah, there's a certain pain. Ryan Garcia did not experience that. I could tell you this for a fact. He did not experience that. With Ryan Garcia, he just knew he was going to get badly hurt, or he knew this was not for me. And that is it. I'm telling you right now, yes, he looked like he was in pain. Yes, I'm not denying that. But he did not experience the full-blown liver shot. That's a fact. He knows it himself. Ryan Garcia could go to bed at night and he knows he could have got up, but he did not want to get up. It's like I said, it's deep. It's deep, and he had a gut check time. Like over here in the UK, you know, when it comes to certain people, you G-check them. Yeah? But, yeah. He had a gut check. It was G-checked. And he realised, mate, you know what? This ain't for me. And that's what it is. And Ryan Garcia quit. Now I'm going to look at other... and I'm not dissing him for quitting. That's another thing as well I want to put out there. I'm not dissing him for quitting. But he quit. And there's no hiding it. You have, let's talk about, all right, I'm going to talk about fights of more recent, where they had sustainable injuries, yeah, and they also quit, all right? So we're going to go with the Daniel Dubois against Joe Joyce. All right. Daniel Dubois, whether you like it or not to hear it, he quit in that fight. I mean, his eye was busted up and all this kind of stuff there. He said he felt something all right. Yep, but he quit. You can't deny the fact he volunteered and took the knee, and that was it. He didn't want no more. Once the bell was done, once he got counted out, he's back on his feet. Yes, of course he's gone through whatever he's gone through, 110%. But we cannot deny that Dubois quit in that fight. Yeah? Eye injury or not, there's obviously there's old school fighters, which I'm going to get onto, and I'm going to talk about another guy recently as well. But let's talk about another guy who quit, Billy Joe Saunders. All right? When Billy Joe Saunders went up against Canelo, he got clipped with a shot. You could clearly see, his eye was, it's all there to see, yeah. And that's another thing as well. With Billy Joe criticised Daniel Dubois, saying about don't quit and all this kind of stuff there, and then Billy Joe goes and does exactly the same thing. But the funny thing is with Billy Joe we all know. And it's funny actually with IFL the way you moved that with that week, but we all know for a fact, yeah, that Billy Joe Saunders quit against Canelo. Yeah, you could look at him in his corner. Look at him in the corner. Yeah, he did not want to go out. He wanted his coach to pull him out of that fight. That's what he wanted. He wanted his coach to pull him out of that fight. Yeah. You don't see him like, nah. You know when someone wants to get back out there. You know when someone wants to get back out there. Yeah. The going got tough. I've never experienced that. Most of us right now, we've never experienced it. So I'm not criticizing for him for quitting, but the fact is, he did. He did. There's no way about it. People could try to say this and like all these injuries are supposed to have happened and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, cool. But he quit. It does not deny the fact he quit. Kell Brook. When Kell Brook against Errol Spence. Another one. Yeah. And Kell Brook has gone through, like, yes, Kell Brook went against Triple G. His orbital bone broken. He said that a couple of more punishment, he could have been blind. And then obviously the other one went. And he's in there against Errol Spence. That's going in his head. He's taking a knee. He quit. Like this is like I said, it's the truth. Like you can't criticize them because we have never experienced that. So I'm not here to criticize them. Any of these guys, I'm not here to criticize them. But when I look at all of those four that I've picked out on, all right, Dubois, Dubois, Billy Joe Saunders, Kell Brook. All right. I'm going to talk about another guy. Obviously, he popped his shoulder. Actually, I'm going to talk about, and let me use this other guy. A guy who wanted to quit was a Martin Bakole because of a shoulder injury. Yeah. You know what, Liz? Do you know what? I'm bringing this one up because I wasn't going to bring this one up, but I'll bring it up. Okay. Martin Bakole was getting battered from pillar to post against Michael Hunter. All right. Obviously, Bakole threw a shot. Definitely, he threw a right hand. He missed, and you could tell, like, yeah, he fully extended, so he was in pain. Like, I'm not denying that he was not in pain, but he wanted to quit. Yeah, he didn't want no more. It was his coach Billy Nelson that was begging him to continue. It's the truth, all right? But in all fair play to Bakole, he did continue. But we know that he has quit in him. If it was not for Billy Nelson. Now, with Bakole's situation, I'm going to add a Danny Williams. Danny Williams' shoulder was gone. Now, obviously, different level opponents and all this kind of stuff there, but you got to say, like, listen, you got one arm. Yeah? You got one arm. And, yeah, he landed that left hook and boom, that's all she wrote. Yeah? But Danny Williams, was with one arm and he continued on. He continued fighting. I can't really use George Groves for fight against Eubank Jr. because it was the last round, but he hanged on. He could have said, you know what? Nah, mate, I'm not doing this. Do you get what I'm saying? But then I'm going to look at Billy Joe's nemesis, Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr. fought Liam Smith. Yeah, he got rocked. Like I said, he got rocked. He hit the floor. Obviously, he done a stupid thing by getting up. And actually, you know what? That's another one that's quick, but it's gone now. Anyway, but yeah, Liam Smith rocked Eubank to the floor. Eubank got up. All right. He wanted to continue. His pride would not let him fall. Yeah. So that's what I say to people. You can say what you want about Eubank, but the ref was right for stopping it. But you could tell Eubank wanted to continue, and that you have to respect. Like whether you like him or don't, you have to respect that. Then obviously he gets dropped again, and yeah, he literally just they said no, he wants to continue. The ref waves it off, and he's still trying to jump in and fight against Smith. Obviously the fight was over, but yeah, you have to give the credit where the credit's due, and that's why I always say someone like Billy Joe Saunders. Now, obviously, Eubank deserved all the criticism, the backlash he was going to get, because obviously he dishes it out. Just get ready to receive it. But when you look at the two complete different, like, Billy Joe's in there with an elite opponent, as in within Canelo. Liam Smith, world level beater against Eubank, and also Smith is the smaller guy. So between the two, yeah, Billy Joe was in there with the better opponent. And like we always said, even like Canelo beat Smith. So, but when it comes to this whole thing of quitting, there's people that will continue and there's people that won't. All right. Now, when it comes to eyes and all that kind of stuff, there obviously we could use about the Corellas and Castillo. Like, Corellas was gone. I remember even watching that fight. I was like, mate, that's it. The fight is done. Even with Goosen. Goosen knows himself. Because Goosen's in the corner of Corellas. Goosen, he knows himself. Yeah? But, obviously they're swinging it out, blah, blah, blah. He gets dropped. Like, we all know the writing's in the wall. Yeah? Corellas is getting knocked out. That is it. He's getting knocked out. Boom. Yeah? What happens? Corellas catches him, catches Castillo. Boom, what's it? 1-2, then over the top. And then he ends up winning the fight. After 2 knockdowns, and I'm pretty sure he got a point deduction as well. Yeah? He ends up winning the fight. One of the best rounds in boxing. Yeah? If you guys have never watched that, the fight overall, but that round, that round was one of the best rounds in boxing. Yeah, you'll ever come across, and that's a fact. We could talk about Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti when Ward landed that body shot on Gatti. Look at the way Gatti's, like I said, that body shot was a lot worse than what Garcia went through. Yeah, he still gets up. He still gets up and still continues, and he's getting battered. He's in pain. He's in pain. He's taking that punishment. Yeah? He's taking the punishment. He's in serious pain. Like, there's no denying that. Yeah? One of the best fights you ever see in, like, Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti. Yeah, if you ain't seen that one, guys, obviously, if you're new to boxing or whatever, like, make sure you watch that fight. And then we could talk about one of my favourite fights of this decade. Yeah? I'm pretty sure it was this decade. I'm pretty sure it would have been the last decade. Anyway, no, it would have been, last decade. One of the best fights I've ever watched in a boxing masterclass from both opponents. And that was Anaya Inoue against Nonito Donaire. Yeah? You want to see the body shot that Inoue hit Donaire with. Yeah? It was crippling. I could tell you this for a fact. That shot that Donaire got hit was 10 times worse than what Garcia went through. Yeah, obviously it's all about positioning and all this kind of stuff there, but it's like I said, it's under the rib. It's a sickening feeling. Yeah, he got he got battered. Yeah, battered. Yeah, his whole body, like I said, shut down. He's on that one knee. He's looking at the count. He's getting up. He ain't throwing nothing. He's not throwing nothing. He's moving around, doing what he has to. Try to hold if he can. Move around. He's still taking punishment. And to be honest with you, he actually hurt Inoue. Yeah, because Inoue was coming in, trying to get him out. He actually clipped him with the left hook. That actually stunned Inoue. Go watch the fight. Yeah, watch the fight. An overall great fight. We could talk about Canelo Alvarez against Liam Smith. Now, there was 2 body shots that Liam Smith got hit with. Yeah, 2 body shots. He got up from both of them. The final one was it. There's only so much your liver can take, and no one could tell me that Smith quit in that fight. Liam Smith was getting up, trying to continue, but it's just what other fights? The other ones at the top of my mind at the moment. I can't think of any others. But when you look at them all, yeah, I'm not here to criticize Ryan Garcia, but the guy quit. Yeah, he did not want it. That's all it is. Yeah, so when people out there, like professional fighters, they know themselves. Like I know Carl Froch. Well, we know what Carl Froch is like. I see is it Prograis or was it Prograis? No, Danny Garcia has criticised Ryan. Yeah, like I said, look, listen, when it comes to the body shots, there's all different types. Do not get it twisted. I'm gonna say this one more time. Do not get it twisted. Ryan Garcia was in some kind of pain. Oh, actually, before I go, I'll say this as well. But Ryan Garcia was in it was in some kind of pain that would have definitely taken 2-1 knee. But to not get up, and then when the fight's waved off, to then get up, and then obviously you're in pain, you're not holding onto the ropes and all that. Let me tell you something. When you get hit with a liver shot, these things, yeah, you can't hide it. You can't hide it. Now, another one I can mention, Luke Campbell, when he got hit with the body shot against Lomachenko. Yeah, obviously Lomachenko's a smaller guy in that. But yeah, the body shot that Luke Campbell hit with Lomachenko, I would say the shot that Davis hit on Garcia would have been just slightly a bit more meat in that Davis shot, just due to the fact that Davis being heavy-handed. But he knows within himself he could have got up. And that is what, yeah, we just got to keep it real. We got to keep it real. Yeah. So, yeah, like when it comes to body shots, when it comes to fighters that are quitting and all that kind of stuff there, it is what it is. No hard feelings, but it is what it is. Yeah. There's guys that generally quit, like I said, like a Dubois, Billy Joe, Kell Brook, obviously all eye injuries. But like I said, once again, Billy Joe tried to criticize Dubois for quitting, and then what does Billy Joe do? Does exactly the same thing. So, yeah, it's all good saying about, I'm not a quitter and all this kind of stuff. That you do not know until you're in that situation. Yeah. Like I said, we could talk, we could vouch for like a Liam Smith. We could vouch for a Liam Smith. Liam Smith is going to give it his all. We could vouch for a Eubank Jr. He's going to give it his all. I think his name was Turchi, by the way. That guy against Turchi, like the corner stopped him. Yeah. There's certain, like I said, the old school fighters like a Gatti. Yeah. Rest in peace. A Gatti, what's out there? Yeah, there's fighters out there. Look, listen, there's fighters out there that will quit, that will take more punishment, will weather the storm, and there's people that won't. Yeah, actually, you know what? That's another thing. Teddy Atlas said this in his recent podcast, which I advise a lot of people to go and watch. Like the way he Teddy Atlas's podcast, and he referred to the whole Tyson Fury. When Tyson Fury got knocked down with that Wilder shot, yeah, this is the first fight. Tyson Fury had to say to himself about getting up. Yeah, he had to say, "Am I going to get up or am I going to stay on the floor?" Yeah, this is what he had to say to himself: "Am I getting up or am I staying on the floor?" Yeah, what does he do? He gets up. He gets up. He has to ask that question. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna lie down here or am I gonna get up? It's soul searching. It's soul searching. Yeah, that's what it is. If you're in a position that you can get up, take the punishment. You do not know what is around that corner. You honestly do not know. Yeah. All right, obviously, I don't want to talk about this because it's heartbreaking, but it's like the whole Eubank Jr. and Michael Watson situation. Yeah? I know it's bad, but I don't want to talk about these situations, but just to try to get an understanding. Like, yeah, you had that situation that obviously unfortunately what happened to Watson. But say if Eubank Jr., Eubank Sr., say if Eubank Sr. said he wasn't going to get up. Save Nigel Benn with the whole Gerald McClellan. I don't want to talk about it, but do you get what I'm saying? Because obviously what happened, both of those are terrible tragedies. Tyson Fury said, what did he say? He said, nope, I'm getting up. And that's what made him to the star that he is today in America. Yeah, this is the truth. Yeah, they've got, like I said, when you're at your all-time low, When you're at your all-time low, you're like your back's against the wall. Yeah? Like you just feel like there's nothing else you could do. Are you gonna get up? Or are you gonna lay down? And like what Ryan Garcia chose to lay down. He volunteered to lay down. He volunteered not to continue. Sorry, he chose not to continue. And this is it. This is the truth. So you can say what you want. Guys can even call me a Ryan Garcia hater, yeah, even though in my last video I've praised him for taking, for having the courage. Yeah. Some people, even prime example, some people say about Anthony Joshua quit. Yeah. Some people even said about, Anthony Joshua, he quit against Andy Ruiz. Anthony Joshua, you could clearly see he was concussed. You could clearly see, but did he look like he wanted to continue? Honestly, no. If he wanted to continue, he didn't show that he wanted to continue. Like a Deontay Wilder, even Deontay Wilder in the third fight was getting battered from pillar to post, and he still wanted to get up. He still wanted to get up. He still wanted to get up. He ain't got nothing left in him. Even from the fact that he got knocked out in that 11th round. Yeah? And he's still trying to get up. There's something that, like I said, there is something. Ryan Garcia is not that person. Yeah? He's not that person. So, not like I said, not being hard on the kid, but it is what it is. Yeah? There's some people out there that when you go through a certain challenge and you're getting your beatings and all that kind of stuff there, are you gonna lay down, or are you gonna stand and fight? And that's what it is. Anyway, it's dragging on. Let me stop here. Jeez, 26 minutes. It's Elijah Friend. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out.